Hello everyone, I'm Hena Blessing and I'm from University of PGRI Kanjuruhan, Malang. Today, I want to speak about an issue that is crucial for the future of our nation, gender equality. Distinguished audience, have we ever asked ourselves why boys are taught not to cry and girls are told to limit their dreams because they're too ambitious? Why do social norms often dictate our rules based on gender rather than on our individual potential? I stand here today not only to advocate for women's rights, but to fight for justice for everyone, both men and women. Gender equality is not a competition of who is superior, but a collective effort to build a space that is fair, safe, and inclusive for every human being, regardless of gender. The reality we face is still far from ideal. According to the Global Gender Gap Report 2023, Indonesia ranks 87 out of 146 countries in terms of gender equality. This shows we still have significant work to do to ensure equal access to education, employment, and leadership. Data from Statistik Indonesia (BPS) in 2022 shows a clear gap in labor force participants. Only around 53% of women are part of the workforce, compared to 82% of men. This gap does not reflect women's lack of ability, but rather structural, cultural, and social barriers that hinder them. On the other hand, men also suffer from rigid social constructs. We rarely talk about how men are also victims of toxic expectations. World Health Organization data reveals that the global suicide rate among men is 3 times higher than that of women. One of the reason is the societal pressure that prevents men from expressing vulnerability. Men who cry are seen as weak, and those who seek help for mental health are considered less masculine. Yet they are too human. They can feel capable of feeling exhausted, anxious, and needing support. This is why gender equality must address both sides. We must challenge outdated narratives that confine women to domestic roles and men to the sole role of breadwinners. We must create opportunities for women to lead, innovate, and thrive without having their abilities questioned. Similarly, we must allow men to be caregivers, nurses, and teachers without judgment, simply because these are wrongly labeled by women's work. Equality means giving everyone the freedom to pursue their potential without being limited by societal expectations. Gender equality is not just a women's issue, it is a national issue. When women are denied opportunities, half of the nation's potential is suppressed. And when men are forced to silence their pain, we risk creating a generation that suffers in silence. If we truly aim to achieve Golden Indonesia 2045, a nation that is strong and competitive, we must ensure that no citizen is left behind because of gender. Change starts small. It begins with families that divide household responsibility fairly, with teachers who support all students without gender bias, with media that portrays inspiring male and female figures equally. And it begins with us, young people, who dare to challenge unjust norms and create inclusive space for all. Let us build a future where girls are free to dream as high as the skies, and the boys are free to be gentle without shame. Let us envision a tomorrow where men and women work side by side, supporting, strengthening, and growing with each other. Because in the end, equality is not a threat. Equality is the path to the progress. Equality is a form of love for humanity, and equality is the foundation for Indonesia to rise a great nation, one that is truly just and inclusive for all. Thank you.